Imagine that among the chosen ones, there is an even more distinguished group, a select group with signs so powerful that only the most elevated among you possess them. What would happen if you discovered that you are among those few who carry manifestations so deep and mysterious that they define a special calling? And what if I told you that these signs are not common, but powerful symbols of a divine destiny? Now pause for a moment and ask yourself, have you ever felt an inexplicable force within you, something that whispers like a deep calling, saying that your journey goes beyond what the world can perceive? And if, at this very moment, your soul were, recognizing that there is something grand awaiting you, a mission that few have the honor to carry. These signs I mention are not mere coincidences. They are direct manifestations of something much greater, intertwined with your very essence. They are not just indicators of any spiritual growth. They are the marks that confirm you have been chosen for a divine mission. Are you feeling increasingly distant from the ordinary? Does your perception of the world seem to go beyond the understanding of others? Maybe you have been called to a journey that few dare to understand. Life does not bring coincidences. If you are here, it is because you are ready to hear this message. The moment of your awakening has arrived, and you are in tune with the universe. Each light given here strengthens this energy of transformation. You are not alone on this path, and each of your actions contributes to the awakening movement. If you have already realized that this message was made for you, comment, "I am ready for my change," below. This is the moment to affirm that you are ready to evolve. Stay alert, because what comes next might be exactly what you needed to change everything. Your next step begins now. Now, as we delve deeper into this revelation, prepare to uncover the rarest and most powerful signs that the true chosen ones carry. These signs are not the result of chance, but rather divine confirmations that you have been destined for something grand. But what are these signs? And why do only a small group of people carry such gifts? Continue with me, for what you are about to discover may change your entire perception of yourself. Let's then dive deeper into this transformative phenomenon that defines the true chosen ones, the change of energy. It is not a simple fleeting feeling or a common intuition. We are talking about a divine recalibration, a profound realignment of your being, preparing you for a greater purpose. Have you ever felt your energy vibrating intensely and inexplicably, as if every cell in your body were awakening to something immense? For the chosen ones, this change is not something subtle. It is palpable, like an electric current running through your soul, a vibration that resonates throughout your entire being. You are going through something profoundly transformative, something that goes beyond mere changes in your life. It is not a common experience, but a divine preparation. God is adjusting your energy, preparing you to operate on a higher frequency, aligned with the divine plan. This transformation goes far beyond the physical, reaching your mind, body, and spirit, so that they harmonize with the vibrations of the Creator. And what does this mean for your life? This means that you are starting to perceive reality differently. It's not just an internal change. Around you, you begin to feel energies in a new way. Have you ever entered a space and suddenly felt something in the air, an invisible tension, or on the contrary, a deep peace that seems to radiate from somewhere? This is not a coincidence. This is a divine gift, a spiritual ability that God gives you to guide you in fulfilling His greater purpose. The Apostle Paul reminds us in Romans 12:2, when he says, "Do not conform to the pattern of this world, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind." This passage is the key to understanding the transformation you are experiencing. It is a change of energy, a profound renewal that begins in the mind and expands to all aspects of your being. God is inviting you to step out of the limited vision that the world offers and enter a new way of living, aligned with divine frequencies. And this transformation is not just personal. As the chosen one, you are not only feeling this change, but you also begin to perceive the environment around you in a more sensitive way. Your energy affects and interacts with everything around you. Do you feel more aware of other people's energies? People and places around you start to have a different impact on you. This is clear evidence of spiritual awakening. This process is not just a mystical phenomenon or something fleeting. 1 Corinthians 2:10 tells us, "The Spirit searches all things, even the depths of God." This change you are experiencing is a direct call from God, an invitation for you to connect with a deeper level of divine reality. This awakening brings a new vision of everything around you. It can be disconcerting at first, feeling different, noticing things that previously went unnoticed. But know that this is a gift that God is granting you. He is shaping you so that you can fulfill the divine role for which you were created. Each vibration, each revelation, each internal change is a sign that you are being prepared to fulfill an extraordinary purpose. This is a divine call, a summons for you to awaken to a greater reality, far beyond the limited vision the world has taught you. Have you ever felt as if something invisible were around you? As if the universe were trying to reveal secrets made just for you? This awakening is intense, yes, but no, it is not a mistake. It is the opening of a new path, a journey of profound transformation. Like a sailor who learns to read the currents of the sea before navigating unknown waters, you are being invited to trust this new perception, to surrender to this new awareness. And if there is still any doubt, remember what Isaiah 30:21 teaches us. Whether you turn to the right or to the left, your ears will hear a voice behind you saying, "This is the way, walk in it." These sensations, these vibrations that run through your being are not random. They are God's way of guiding you, directing each step towards your divine purpose. Do you feel a greater connection? As if you have been filled with a spiritual electric energy, something completely new and revitalizing. This is not by chance. In the Bible, we see countless times God awakening his chosen ones for grand missions. Moses, before the burning bush, had his calling confirmed in a visible way, a direct sign of the divine presence, which instructed him to free a people. Paul, while walking to Damascus, had such an impactful experience that his life changed forever, spiritually and physically. Just like those great names in spiritual history, your calling also comes with signs. No, you are not ordinary. You are set apart, chosen for something greater. Now the big question is, are you ready to accept this truth and live according to it? Have you noticed how these sensations increase in silence, as if silence were God's tool to amplify his voice within you? This is not a coincidence. Psalm 46 tells us, "Be still and know that I am God." It is in this silence that your energy aligns with divine will, and the path that seemed murky begins to clear. These feelings are not signs of confusion, but confirmations of your purpose. God is calling you to something much greater than you can imagine. This awakening is not fleeting. It is the key to unlocking your true destiny, a unique purpose that was designed exclusively for you. Now, the big question is, how are you going to respond to this call? Will you embrace this journey with unwavering faith, trusting that God is preparing you for something extraordinary? Because this experience, for sure, is not by chance. She is the mark of someone chosen for an essential role in the great divine plan. As the chosen ones advance on their journey, a new gift begins to emerge, an emotional and empathetic sensitivity that goes far beyond what most people can understand. But be careful, this is not common empathy. This connection goes much deeper, as if your soul were being tuned to perceive the subtlest emotions and the deepest feelings of those around you. Have you ever had the experience of feeling someone else's joy as if it were your own? Or carrying the weight of someone's sadness as if the pain were in your own heart? If you have ever gone through this, know that it is not an accident or something random. This is a divine gift. However, like any gift given by God, it also carries responsibilities. The awakening you are experiencing is real, and the fact that you are here already says a lot about your journey. By liking this video and subscribing, you are affirming your desire to delve even deeper into this transformation. This is just the beginning, and what comes next will surprise you. The chosen ones not only perceive the world differently, but are also called to use this sensitivity to guide, comfort, and illuminate the lives of others. However, this gift can also be challenging. Navigating a sea of intense emotions, absorbing the joys and sorrows of others, can be overwhelming. Your sensitivity can make it difficult to draw a clear line between what belongs to you and what belongs to others. In Galatians 6:2 we read, "Bear one another's burdens, and so fulfill the law of Christ." This verse directly reflects the mission of a chosen one. Your journey is not just about you. You are a channel through which God manifests his compassion and love to the world. But there is a fundamental truth that many do not understand. To carry the burden of others, you also need to learn to protect your own spirit. Your sensitivity is not a flaw, it is a gift. You were designed to feel the unexpressed emotions of others, often even before they themselves realize what they are feeling. Have you noticed how people open up to you, sharing their fears, secrets, and seeking comfort without knowing why they do it? This is not a coincidence. This is part of your divine calling. Jesus, in his life, showed this divine empathy. He not only shared the pain and joy of others, but connected with their souls in a profound way. The ability to connect with others was not just a character trait, but the essence of his mission. And now, this mission also rests upon you. Are you ready to accept it? Your empathy is not an accident. She is a powerful tool, a divine gift to help fulfill a greater purpose. However, like any great gift, it comes with challenges. Feeling the pains and joys of others with intensity can be a constant emotional storm. The weight of these emotions can accumulate, making it difficult to bear alone. But here is the truth. You were not called to carry this weight alone. God is by your side, ready to sustain you when your strength seems to run out. Philippians 4:7 reminds us, "And the peace of God, which surpasses all understanding, will guard your hearts and minds in Christ Jesus." Your sensitivity is not a weakness. It is a confirmation that you are being prepared for something great. When balanced with spiritual self-care, this sensitivity transforms into a powerful tool to illuminate the lives of others. You were chosen to be the light in the world, a beacon of hope and healing for those who walk in darkness. But how to keep that light shining without getting lost in the emotional chaos that surrounds you? How to be a guide for others without letting your own energy fade? The key to this lies in balance. Many of the chosen ones feel almost instinctively that they need to withdraw and seek moments of solitude, and this need is not a sign of weakness, but of wisdom. Even Jesus withdrew for moments of rest and renewal, for he knew that to continue his mission, he needed moments of introspection. In Mark 1:35, we read about how, very early in the morning, while it was still dark, Jesus got up, left the house, and went off to a solitary place where he prayed. Even he, in his fullness, knew that to move forward with his mission, he first needed to restore his strength. If Christ did it, why wouldn't you do the same? When you feel exhausted after absorbing the energies and pains of the world, it does not mean you have failed. On the contrary, it is a confirmation that you are deeply connected with your purpose. To continue being the light the world needs, you must establish healthy boundaries to protect your spirit. This does not mean isolating yourself from others, but understanding that to serve better, you must recharge. Moments of silence and introspection are essential to strengthen your connection with God, allowing him to restore your energy and clarity. As your spiritual awakening deepens, you will begin to feel a strong desire for simplicity and solitude. The noise of the world, once so captivating, begins to seem empty and meaningless. You begin to realize that the distractions of modern life are losing their appeal. The desire to distance oneself from the chaos of the outside world becomes more intense as your soul seeks something deeper. This impulse to disconnect is not an escape from reality, but a call to reconnect with what truly matters. The pursuit of status, money, and recognition loses the power it once had over you. Your soul is aligning with what is eternal, and this is reflected in your choices. In Matthew 6:19-20, Jesus instructs us to not store up for yourselves treasures on earth where moths and vermin destroy and where thieves break in and steal, but store up for yourselves treasures in heaven. This detachment from material things is not a loss but a liberation. You are elevating yourself to something much greater than what the world offers. When you find the balance between being a light for others and taking care of yourself, your energy becomes even more powerful. By distancing yourself from noise and superficiality, you begin to perceive the divine voice more clearly, and your true mission is revealed with greater clarity and purpose. When used in the right way, your light strengthens your spirit and deepens your perception of the invisible world. You begin to identify patterns that previously went unnoticed, to perceive subtle energies, and more importantly, to understand that true wealth is not in what you possess, but in the transformation of who you become. Your soul yearns for something deeper and eternal, something the world cannot give. Therefore, do not fear this need to step away, to seek silence, and to reconnect with yourself. This does not mean isolating yourself from the world, but rather understanding that to fulfill your purpose, it is essential to find moments of quietude. Instead of seeing this as an escape, It is a divine call to strengthen yourself. Your essence is seeking something greater, something that cannot be found in the distractions of everyday life. These moments of retreat are essential for the renewal of your spiritual energy. When you allow yourself these periods of solitude, you're not distancing yourself from the mission, but preparing to serve it with greater clarity. The world around you loses its ability to seduce, and you begin to connect with something much deeper. The hustle and bustle of everyday life begins to sound empty, and the desire for something more authentic grows within you. This search for simplicity and tranquility is not a rejection of the world, but a realignment of your soul. As it is written in Matthew 6:19-20, "Do not store up for yourselves treasures on earth, where moths and vermin destroy, but store up for yourselves treasures in heaven." By detaching from worldly distractions, you are elevating your consciousness to what truly matters. The desire to distance oneself is not a loss, but a liberation. By letting go of everything that once seemed essential, you begin to align with the divine plan for your life. The deep connection with God emerges in silence, and with it, your mission begins to reveal itself clearly and powerfully. Your ability to help others strengthens as you find balance and clarity. Each step you take towards this new level of consciousness is a step closer to fulfilling the great purpose for which you were chosen. Your light, now stronger, shines more brightly, impacting the world in a way you never thought possible. Don't hesitate any longer. You have been called for an extraordinary mission. Now is the time to shine, to move forward with confidence and faith in the divine destiny that is being revealed to you. You are here because something within you recognized the value of this message. Now, by subscribing, you are taking an important step towards your own spiritual awakening. If this video touched your heart, like and share it with others who may be seeking the same kind of transformation. Each of your actions is a way to spread light and inspire those around you. I would love to hear your opinion. Leave a comment below or share a story that you believe is useful. Your story might be what someone else needs to move forward.